welcome everybody. I'm so glad you found my channel, and I'm glad that you're here to take advantage of the free classes that I offer. So the classes that are offered in the SoulFlex and the Hatha Yoga classes are from live classes. So there may be times when I'm demonstrating the posture or the movement, the exercise, and then I stop and I'm looking at the camera, and that's because I'm looking at my students. So if you'd like to join the live classes, just put it in the comments or send me an email, just let me know. Be more than happy to have you. It's a wonderful community of people. But other than that, just enjoy the free recordings, enjoy the workouts and the yoga practices. And if you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear about it. Thank you so much.
Okay, so welcome to SoulFlex. Hopefully you've got some water, your mat, a couple weights. If you'd like, they're not necessary. Always listening to your body. If you enjoy music, put some music on in the background since we're on Zoom, and enjoy. So let me just make sure that we're all muted. Yes, all good. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with some nice warm up. So taking the feet just hip distance apart, nice easy stance, and just inhaling up, exhale, forward fold. Just let the body move on the inhale, nice and easy, and then right back down. Just going up and down. Being mindful if you have any spinal issues, keeping the spine long, not humping over, letting the back curve. Especially with osteoporosis, osteopenia, any other spinal issues. Moving with the breath though. Inhaling up, exhaling down, warming up the spine, getting the body online. One more. And then coming up and moving into some lateral bends. So just side to side, nice and easy. Again, linking it with the breath. So as you exhale, you're doing the bend. Might as well get the benefit of yoga too. Even though we're moving a little faster than we would in our yoga class, or the yoga section. A couple more. Really get in there. Oh, it feels so good. And then taking the last one, taking the feet a little bit wider and just kind of rock the hips. Turning into a dance class here. Oh yeah. So sway the hips, whatever speed feels good to you. Getting into the hips, warming up the legs, bending the knees. So exaggerate the bend and get those hips moving. If you'd like, you can get the toe off the ground. Maybe add in the toe taps. Pretty soon we'll be like the Rockettes, having a little a little extravaganza or something. Take one more each side. And then coming to center, taking the legs wide, turn the toes out, making sure the knees track over the toes, moving into a plie. The hands can just be on the hips and then press up. So slow down, press up. Slow down, press up. Be very mindful of the knees. And as you press up, press through the heels, squeeze the glutes on the top of the posture. So focusing on that. One more here. Stay down, take the arms out to the side. And as we pulse in our plie, we're going to do some backward arm circles. So back, 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 back. Keep moving. Stretch the hands away from the body. Focus on the heels. Make sure the knees are tracking over the toes. Breathe. And press up. Come up to standing. Shake the legs out. Take the legs wide and moving again into a forward fold. So your hands again can come to the thighs if you want to keep the spine nice and extended, or for whatever reason, or all the way wherever you'd like. All the way down. So whatever works for you today. And just stay here in the center and breathe. See if you can kind of wiggle the hips a little bit, getting into the hips. maybe gentle side to side motion with the hips, keeping them level, and just noticing if you feel any tightness in one side or the other. Just kind of checking the body out, see how it feels today. And then taking both hands over to the left. So that, again, it can be up on the thigh, doesn't matter. And straightening the other leg. A little bit more. And then moving the hands to the other side. Taking little micro movements, just kind of opening up the body, taking an inventory. And then back to center. Taking the hands on the hips, shoulders are rolled away from the ears, elbows are pointed towards the ceiling and come up with a long spine. Taking the feet together, big toes are touching, or the feet can be hip distance apart, moving into chair pose. Exhale, squat. Inhale, rise. Press through the heels as you rise. Squat. Rise. Squat. Rise. Press through the heels. Engage the glutes as you rise. Really get the hips going, warming them up. And the next one, we're staying down, pulsing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise. Okay. Last one, coming down onto plank position. The knees can be on the ground or off the ground. So whatever works for the body today, push the floor away. Take the feet wide as your mat. So we want to keep the hips steady the whole time. And we're doing shoulder taps. So right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Keep going. Keep the core strong. Push the floor away. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the fronts of the thighs. Hips are steady. One more each side. And lower the knees. All right. Taking a moment here, roll the wrists out. They need it one way than the other. Roll the fingers. And then go ahead and grab some weights. We'll be working today with light. I would recommend for this first one, probably lighter weights. I'm using 3 pounds, anywhere from like 1 to 3 would be great. And then coming to standing, what we'll be doing is the elbows are going to stay by the sides of the body, into the side of the body. We're working one arm at a time. So the left arm can stay hanging or it can stay at the chest, whatever you'd like. Keeping the elbow glued to the side, lift with the palm up. Palm stays up as you straighten the arm. Flip so the palm's down and lower. Palm up. 90 degrees. Straighten. Flip it upside down. Lower. So you're not going higher than your shoulder, only shoulder height or below. So flip the palm up. Raise it to 90. Serve it straight out. Flip it upside down and lower. So we're going to stay with this. Flip it up. 90 degrees. Serve the customer who's been rude to you their pasta. Dump it accidentally on their lap and lower it. That's why I was laughing earlier. That's what came to mind. I don't know. Flip the palm up, 90 degrees. Serve, flip, lower. Flip, lift, serve, flip, lower. Flip. Serve, flip, lower. Flip it up. Lift, serve, flip, lower. Keep the shoulder away from the ears. Keep going. Flip it up, lift, serve, flip, lower. Other side. Show elbow by the ears, elbow by the ears, shoulders around the neck. Okay, elbow by the body, arm at 90 degrees, palm is up, flip it down, lower, lift, palms up, flip it down, lower, flip it up, lift, serve, flip, lower, flip, lift, serve, flip, lower, flip, lift, serve, flip, lower, flip, lift, serve, flip, lower. I think a nicer thing would be we're serving on petals, beautiful flower petals, and we drop them just graciously all over their lap, and they're so happy. That would be much more lovely than spilling the pasta all over them. I don't even know where that came from. Uh-oh, the dark side is coming out. One more, flip it up, serve it, flip the flowers down, lower. Both arms at the same time. So both palms are up, elbows are glued to the side, shoulders away from the ears. Serve, flip, lower, flip it up, lift, serve, flip down, lower, shoulders away from the ears, flip up, serve, lower, flip it up, lift, serve, flip, lower, flip, lift, serve, flip, lower, flip it up, serve, lift, serve, flip, lower, flip it up, lift, serve, flip, lower. It's so much harder with both of them at the same time. You really have to engage the core. Flip it down, lower, one more, flip it up, lift, serve, flip, lower. Very good. And now take the arms out to the sides with the weights, rolling backwards, little tiny circles. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Pause for a moment. We're going to start again from the top. All right. One side first. Lift, serve, flip, lower. Serve, lower. Serve, lower. I guess I have to say all the words. Lift, serve, flip, lower. Lift, flip. So wait, serve, flip, lower. I'm getting all tongue-tied, everybody. Okay. Flip, lift, serve, flip, lower. 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 Last one, flip, lift, serve, flip, lower. Other hand, elbow by the side, palm up, serve, flip, lower, flip, lift, 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 serve, flip, lower, one more, flip, lift, serve, flip, lower. Both of them at the same time. Elbows by the side, keep the shoulders soft, engage the core, maybe a gentle bend in the knee. Lift, elbows, well, palms are up, serve, flip, lower. Flip, lift, 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 serve, flip, lower. One more. Flip, lift, serve, flip, lower. Taking the arms out to the side, doing circle pulses. 16, 15, going backwards. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. 2, 1, and lower. Moving on, shake out the arms. We're going to move into the back now. So for me, I move up to a heavier weight. You do what works and feels good in your body. We're going to be working with back flies and back. What are we doing? Back flies and back rows. There we go. So, taking the weights in the hands, the feet are hip distance apart, and keep a gentle bend. The most important thing of this is that you need to keep the extension in the spine. Keep the spine long. What we do not want to do to protect our spine, to keep our spine safe, what we don't want to do is any curving like this. See this? This is a recipe for injury for sure. So we want to keep the shoulders locked down and away from the ears. And as we bend, bend from the hips. So keep it in the hips. Keep the belly tight. Arms are going to stay down in front of you. Shoulders stay locked into their capsules, and keep the back of the neck long. And we lift with the elbows. So you're bringing the weights towards your hips. Lower. Lift, lower. Think of them, putting them in your back pocket. Lower, lift, lower, lift. Keep focusing between the shoulder blades. Lower, lift, squeeze, lower, squeeze, lower, squeeze, lower, squeeze, lower. Squeeze, lower. 2 more. Squeeze, lower, squeeze, lower. Staying bent over, moving into flies. So you're leading with the elbows, same body posture. Spine is long, shoulders are locked in. Lift with the elbows. This is too heavy for me. Okay, so I'm going to switch. Keep going. So you want to be able to focus on the shoulder blades coming together. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. Spine is long. Breathe. Squeeze. Woo! Breathing here, 2 more. Squeeze. Slow and controlled. Yes. And then lower it down. Take a break, shake it out if you need to, get some water. And then we're going in to do another set of those. Yay! I can hear you all cheering on the other side already. So cool. Okay. So, choosing which weights you want. Now that you know where we're going, moving into the back rows first. where we stick it in our back pocket. Get your form first, shoulders are rolled back and down. Bend the knees gently, hinge at the hips. Keep the back of the neck long, keep the shoulders right where they are. Don't let them move forward and pop out of the alignment that you achieved. And lift into the back pocket, squeeze the back. 9, 8, 7. Elbows are going towards the back wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, bend the knees, drop the weights, or stay with the same weights if you're using the same weights, moving into the back flies, the same alignment with the body. Lift with the elbows. No higher than shoulder height. Keep the back of the neck long. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, pause. One more set of those, because it's so much fun. And it's Wednesday. How great is that? Beautiful weather, oh my goodness. We're transmuting the kapha energy, the earth and water, that soma bliss in our body. We're turning it into the pure bliss molecules, those endorphins. Western medicine calls it endorphins, and Ayurveda would call it the ojas. So we're building our ojas right now. Okay, last set. Gentle bend in the knees, hinge at the hips. Spine is long, shoulders are rolled back and down, lock them in. Moving into the back pockets, we're doing 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, nice and slow. 3, 2, squeeze between the shoulder blades. 1, the shoulder blades, there we go. And then either switch weights or stay with the same, moving into the back flies. Moving into 10, 10, guide with the elbows. 9, 8, 7. If you're feeling this in the neck, then you either need to lighten the weights or you need to take a rest. So that's a compensation. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Okay. Woo! Shake it out. Get some water. The next section we're doing will be on our hands and knees. So if we were at Oasis, we could use the bars. If you have a bar or a chair, you could do it like that too, or even a wall would work. So if your wrists are sensitive or your knees are sensitive and you don't want to be in a tabletop position for a long time, a hands and knees position, you would do it at the wall. We're doing a bunch of leg lifts, okay? So that's an option. Coming down to the hands and knees. So making sure that the shoulders are over, that the wrists are under the shoulders and the knees are under the hips. The belly is engaged. The back is long. The back of the neck is long. Taking the left leg out straight. We're going to lift, lower. Lift, lower. Point through the toes. So think of a long leg. We just keep going. We breathe. Using that glute. Get that glute to do the work. That's what's lifting the leg. Keeping the spine long. One more. And then lift. Bend the knee so the foot is pointed towards the ceiling. Straighten the leg. And then lower. We'll stay with that. Lift. Bend. Straight. Lower. Lift. Bend. Straight. Lower. lift, bend, straight, lower, lift, bend, straight, lower, lift, bend, straight, lower, lift, bend, straight, lower, one more, lift, bend, straight, lower, lift the leg, bend the leg, stay here, pulse for 16, 16, 15, 14, 13, kick towards the ceiling, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, straighten, lower, put the knee on the ground, shift back to child's pose, Vajrasana. Woo! I feel a little burning in that glute. That's okay. Yeah. Wiggle the hips. Take whatever movement you need. And then we'll do the other side. Straighten the other leg. Lift, lower. 8, 7, 6. Long leg. Keep the belly engaged. 3, 2, 1. Lower, lift, bend, straight, lower, lift, bend, straight, lower, lift, bend, straight, lower. Long line of energy. So think of getting longer in the legs. 3, lift, bend, straight, lower, lift, bend, straight, lower. Last one, lift, bend, straight, lower. Lift, you know where we're going, bend, flex the foot like you're gonna kick the ceiling or stomp on the ceiling. 16 pulses, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten, lower, woo! Stretch it back. Ooh, man, you don't need weights to get a good workout. Okay. And guess what? We're going to do that whole thing again. So that's fun. Who's looking forward to that? Can I just see hands go or something? Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Gail, Betsy. Yes, everybody. Thank you. Okay, let's do it. Back to the first leg, whichever leg that was for you. Straighten the leg. Ups and downs. Straight, long leg. 8, up, 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 2, 1, down, up, bend, straight, lower, 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 up, bend, straight, lower. Last one, up, bend, straight, lower, up, bend, pulse. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, stretch, other side, other leg, long, lift, lowers. Keep the belly engaged the whole time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, lift, bend, straight, lower, lift, bend, straight, lower, lift, bend, straight, lower, lift, bend, straight, lower, 3, lower, lift, bend, straight, lower, lift, bend, straight, lower, lift, bend, pulses, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, belly tight, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower the knee to the ground, and sit back, stretch. Move the hips from side to side, do whatever feels good. And then coming on to your back for some core work. Woo-hoo! There we go. So taking a moment, keeping the spine on the ground. Bend, having both knees bent, your hands are gently behind your head. And so we're not cranking on our head to come up. They're just kind of sitting here, giving our head a little bit of support so it's not just all in the neck muscles. So keeping the knees bent, they're hip distance apart, engage the belly so that the spine stays on the ground. Try to press your spine into the ground, lift the left leg towards the chest and lift the right elbow towards the knee. 7, 6, 5, flex the foot, 4, 3, 2, fold the belly in each time, 1, stay, pulse, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms straight on the outside of the leg that's at a 90-degree angle. Pulse, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand behind the head, lower back down, lower the leg. Whew, breathe. Other side, lift the other leg to a 90-degree angle, foot is flexed. So you're keeping the leg stationary, you're crunching the upper body up towards the leg. Keep the spine glued to the ground. On the exhale, rise, keep breathing. Elbow towards thigh. Crunch, crunch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arm out long. Out on the outside of the leg that's lifted. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand back behind the head. Lower down, lower the leg. Pause for a second. Maybe give the belly a little bit of love. One more set of ab work. So this time taking both legs up in a reverse tabletop position. The inner part of the feet are together, the inside of the ankles, the knees are all touching. So the legs are glued together. Taking the hands behind the head if you'd like, and crunch up, lower down. Crunch up, lower down. Keep going, breathe. Keep the elbows open. So instead of leading with our elbows like this, keep the elbows open. So we're lifting the chest towards the thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower the feet. Pause for a moment, eyes can be closed, allow the body to rest. We're at that time already, this went by very fast. So see if you can bring the senses inward and allow the breath to soften downward. Without controlling it, just kind of watch it. Watch what it's doing after exerting the body. Let the breath soften. Let the hips get heavy, shoulders release downward. Allow all the energy to sink into the earth, sinking downward. Slowing the pulse down, slowing the breath down. And making sure that the feet are hip distance apart and feet are parallel. Keeping the arms down by the sides. Eyes can stay closed. We're moving into bridge pose. As you inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips off the earth, knees track over the feet, maybe the arms reach up and overhead. And exhale, coming back down, lowering the arms, lowering the hips. Long, smooth inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips, get to the top of the movement with the top of the breath. Exhale, lower back down, getting to the bottom of the breath. Inhale, rise. See if you can slow the movement down, slow the breath down at all. Exhale, lower. Noticing if bridge pose feels different for those of you who are used to bridge pose. After really getting the glutes turned on, inhale, rise. And exhale, lower. This time we're going up for a stay, if you would like. Inhale, rise. Exhale, keep the height, stay here. Focus on the belly coming in. Inhale, stay. Maybe pressing a little bit more firmly into the earth, rising in the hips, and exhale, lower. Pause for a moment. Body soften, notice sensation. Then bending the knees towards the chest for Apanasana. Hands are on the knees. And inhale, take the feet to the sky. Maybe the arms reach out to the sides. Exhale, point the toes, knees towards chest, hands to knees. Flex the feet, feet to sky, open the arms. Point the toes, exhale, knees towards chest. Flex the feet, inhale, feet to the sky, arms wide. Point the toes, exhale, knees towards chest. And this time, slide the hands anywhere on the legs. So if you can grab the outsides of the pinky toe side of your foot for happy baby, go ahead and do so. Or you could grab your calves, your ankles, whatever works. The knees are coming towards the armpits. Nice and wide, and if it feels good in the body, try to take, if it feels good in the body, you can rock a little bit in the spine. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. And try to work towards your tailbone coming towards the earth. So you're lengthening the pubic bone away from the chest. Lengthening the front side of the body. Tilting the pelvis forward. Breathe. Breathe into the thighs, the inner thighs, the whole pelvic bowl. Soften. So without forcing, if you feel like you're forcing, come out of the posture some. Take your hands down the legs more. Long, smooth breaths. Each inhale, imagine the pelvic floor widening, taking up space. Shoulders are soft. On the next inhale, the feet come back together, come up to the sky, arms reach wide. Exhale, point the toes, knees towards chest, hands to knees. And inhale, take the feet down to the earth, allow the hands to rest on the belly or by the sides. Eyes can be closed, while the body soften downward. Rest, release control of the breath. Allow the body to be breathed. Be here for 1 minute. Moving over onto a side and pressing yourself up to Dandasana. So the legs are out long. They can be bent or straight. Arms are by the sides. Moving slowly and mindfully. As you inhale, arms come up from the side, from the front. And exhale, keep the length in the spine, forward fold. So whatever works for you, wherever the hands go, it doesn't matter. Inhale, coming up, arms reach up. Think of lengthening through the crown of the head. Keep that length as you hinge at the hips, relaxing the hip flexors. Keep that length in the spine. Inhale, rise. Eyes can be closed. Exhale, hinge, fold forward. Long spine. Keep the chin tucked. The back of the neck is long. Inhale. Move back and forth a couple times with your own breath. Keeping the length in the spine as you rise and fall. As you exhale, focus on the belly coming in. The next time you exhale, stay. That feels good. Staying with the visualizations of the inhale, the crown of the head is moving towards the front of the room, lengthening out of the pelvic bowl. As you exhale, focus on the belly and the body softening while keeping the length in the spine. So your spine is growing longer. Long, smooth breaths so you can smooth it out. And then gently on the next inhale, either walking the hands back up the body and raising them up the head, or just lifting them. And exhale, hands to heart center. Taking the legs wide. So for me, it's uncomfortable to be on the hard floor on the back of my heels. So I move my hips off of my mat, and then I can take the legs wide. So do what's appropriate for you. Taking the legs as wide as is comfortable. If you have carpeting, that would be really nice. Go a lot better on the legs possibly. So keeping the spine upright, the same intention of length through the crown of the head, all the way from the pelvic bowl. So you're getting taller. So on the inhale, the arms reach up. And this time we're just going in for a stay. So exhale, taking the hands wherever they're going to go. They go to the thighs, the ground, the shins, the big toes, whatever works. Again, lengthening on the inhale through the crown of the head. The chin is tucked, so the back of the neck continues the extension of the long, beautiful spine out of the sacrum, the pelvic bowl, all the way through the mid-back, low, mid, and upper back. Keeping the head in line with the rest of the body, not letting it drop down. Lengthening through the crown of the head every inhale. So you're getting longer in the upper body. Almost like your chest is coming through the feet, through, not towards the floor, it's going forward as you're getting longer. And as you exhale, focus on the belly coming in. Invite the legs to soften downward while keeping the length in the spine. And if your body is totally flat on the floor, it's the same intention. You're getting longer in the spine. And focus on the belly on the exhale, softening. Feeling maybe the pelvic bowl, realizing it's safe and starting to open up and tilt forward more. Breathe into any areas that are sticky. There should never be any pain. Don't go too far. On the next inhale, very gently bring the body back upright. Arms reach up. And exhale, take the hands outside, the outside of the knees. Bend the knees, shifting back just a little bit, and bring the legs, with help from the hands, back together. We're rubbing to the legs, thighs, feels good. And then coming to tabletop position. For some very gentle cat cows. So exhale, go back, Vajrasana, hips towards heels. Again, play with the spine. On the inhale, allow the head to initiate the movement like a snake. So the head is first, and then let the ripple effect go down the spine. On the exhale, bring the head towards the chest, the chin towards the chest first, and then ripple, roll back, hips towards heels. Belly in. Inhale, head starts the movement as you come forward into tabletop. And chin towards chest, chest ripple back. As the hips come towards the heels. So play with this on your own. Move with your breath. Eyes can be closed. See if you can create a little bit of a wiggle or a little bit of space between each word. Enlivening every nerve and allowing it to full blood supply it deserves and needs. All of our organs and muscles, senses to function properly. See if you can discover something new about the body. Into it with a sense of curiosity and awe. Kind of amazing how our bodies grow and change. So strong, lose balance, gain balance. All the things it can do, and how it functions without us doing. All the functions that happen without us doing. Finishing up the last round here. And then coming to a comfortable seated position. That's for you. I'm going to come to a chair so I can see everybody. You can sit wherever you like. Sit against the wall, the bed, or lie on your back if that's most comfortable. And bringing the senses inward. So feel free to close the eyes if you like. Feel the feet on the ground. Feel the hips on whatever you're seated on. Noticing any tastes in the mouth. If there's any tastes in the mouth. Noticing if the mouth is wet, dry, sticky, slimy. What qualities does the mouth have? Does your tongue feel heavy or light? Thick or thin? And then noticing the sense of smell and noticing if there's any smells you can smell. If there's nothing in particular, notice something you can recognize. Maybe there's a quality. Maybe it just smells wet or dry or salty or earthy. And then the senses to the ears. Noticing all the sounds besides my voice in your space. Take the awareness outside of your space. All the sounds outside in the outside world that you can hear. Bring the sense of hearing back into your personal space, your room, and then back into your body, your internal space. Noticing if there's any sensations on the skin. Maybe there's a breeze. Maybe the skin is sweaty or dry. Hot or cool. Itchy. Soothe. Moist, dry. Just notice any qualities about the skin. Information the skin is picking up about the environment. And then taking the hands together at heart center in the center of the chest. Alternatively, you can have one hand on top of the other in the center of the chest and bowing the head to the heart space, thanking yourself for moving your body, for breathing deeply, for trying new things, building new neural pathways and synapses, and finding peace in the mind, becoming embodied, and for taking such good care of yourselves. Thank you for practicing today. Namaste.